The people that have actually suffered that tragedy look at your thoughts and prayers and go, what the hell, man?
Yeah, that's. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Cattablah.
And to our Talk and Play podcast, which is like a podcast but better because we talk about serious and funny issues while we play retro video games.
Yeah.
Are you in a bobsled?
I don't even know what I'm in, man.
Do
I'm bobsledding through a tunnel. I don't know. Who knows what's going on here.
you want to kiss my lucky egg?
Hey, coach. What a good movie.
So today's topic is going to be the whole thoughts and prayers epidemic, as well as how social media has kind of made us impervious to serious things that are going on in the world. But what's the word for that? Or desensitized. That's the word that I've been looking for. Where, you know, really messed up stuff happens in the world, but it doesn't really affect anyone on a day-to-day basis like it used to.
But yeah, you see it a lot. Like, what was that? What's that for? The train bombing in France?
Yeah.
So, like, just as an example, you get, terrible thing like the train bombing that happened in France. I don't know how long ago that was. 6 months to a year ago?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. And then everybody changed the background on their like Facebook profile picture to have the France flag on it. That's it. That's what they did. They're like, oh, thoughts and prayers for France, and then they're like, okay, I can sleep good at night. That was my good deed for the day. You've literally done nothing. You change your picture that your couple friends are gonna see, and now you're a good person for it.
The people that have actually suffered that tragedy look at your thoughts and prayers and go, what the hell, man?
Yeah, that does nothing for me. Thank you. But, I mean, it's really easy to just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty of it too. You hear something like that, and you're like, oh man, really wish I could help, but I'm not going to because I'm not empathetic.
Because I suck.
Because I'm a crappy person. It's really easy to just out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't affect you, so you just don't even think about it. Don't.
Oh, God.
There you go. Don't go.
Oh, no.
There you go. Now go. Well, that was a little late. You gotta hold it. Don't even that. I don't think you can do her flying thing out of the barrel.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, it's just really easy to be fake empathetic, I guess you could call it.
But a lot of people that are putting this don't care. And the problem is right now, like, it seems like every week, every month, there's some other tragedy that's happened in the world. And, you become desensitized to it. And social media and media in the form of news outlets have caused this. Because it
gets me.
It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You're kind of in your own little bubble. Sure, you hear about this, but it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. And I mean, how easy is it for you? And people who are doing that, like, I changed my status on Facebook, or I changed my profile picture, whatever. They're not even doing that for friends. Like, if they had no friends, do you think they would do that?
No.
They absolutely would not. They're literally doing that just so that their friends think they're a better person, I guess. But you're literally doing nothing. You're helping nobody. So, does that make us a worse person? By thinking that doing something as little and insignificant as that actually means something?
Yes.
Probably. I mean, everybody, I guess that's how they get to sleep at night, is by saying, oh, I did my good deed for the day by changing my profile picture on Facebook and not actually helping anybody.
Yeah, I don't know, and I feel bad because I do fall into that category.
Oh, I'm the same. Like I said, it's really easy to do nothing.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing you can ever do, is just nothing.
I've helped out in the past, but I think about the things that I've helped out in, and there were things that really hit close to home. Where we're from, there was a flood, and a giant fire, and during these circumstances, yeah, there were things that I did. I donated money. I went out and helped with the cleanup and whatnot. But, you know, in the most recent one, the New Zealand shooting, I kind of just went, yeah, it sucks. I feel bad for them. And then I went on with my day. And that's terrible because the people in that circumstance would think that that is a very dickheaded thing to do or say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, yeah, like, we would literally change the entire world if every time something bad happened, everybody did something.
Yep.
Like, that would literally change the world, but that's never going to happen.
$1 a day from $1. You know, there's a tragedy that happens, and everybody donates $1 for that time.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I guess there's poor people who don't even have $1, and you know what?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, they may want to do something, but maybe you actually can't. Okay. But all the people who could do something, if they all did something, we could literally change the world. Do you know how many problems we could solve by just doing something simple like that?
We rely on everybody else to do our work for us. Oh, that they'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And
I'm not trying to be bigoted here, because like I said, I am guilty of the exact same thing of just doing nothing. And because, like I said, it's easy to just do nothing.
And whose fault is it? Because why is the world like that? Because I feel like back in the day, it wasn't like that as much.
But I mean, at the same time, are we now gonna? No, there's a dude to the left. I think just throw the. Oh, yeah, you gotta throw the barrel and then take that barrel.
Throw the barrel. Like
So
here?
nope. Grab the barrel. Nope. Grab the barrel. Stand underneath that barrel. Throw it and then jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, it's like we can't really blame anybody other than ourselves, because you know what? We could do something. Interesting. Oh,
Well-
you might. Hold up and throw, because I think that does like a slower throw.
There you go.
You know, yeah, we can't really blame anybody other than ourselves, because, like I said, it is very easy to do nothing, and is it really that much harder to, you know, donate $1, $5, whatever? Not really.
It would be interesting to see the actual statistics of how many people donate and actually do something during these events. I would like to see that percentage, because it would be very telling of society as a whole.
Yeah.
And how desensitized we've become, and how unhelpful we are.
Very much so, and I mean, like, yeah, are we the a-holes because we're just sitting here talking about it and doing the exact same thing that we're literally talking about? Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess kind of.
Yeah.
Well, great. Because, yeah, we can sit here and preach all day about, oh, everybody should, why don't we do this? And then we just do nothing as well. Well, yeah, we're part of the problem, honestly. We are part of the problem, because a lot of people have the exact same thoughts that we do. It's like,
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. You know, thoughts and prayers doesn't really affect me, so I'm not going to do anything. And, I mean, yeah, so what do you do about it? Literally, all you have to do is just take that step and say, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
But, I'll be damned if I'm not just a lazy piece of poop.
Oh, come on, Dixie. I'm not
Hold
trying-
up and then over as soon as you throw
This is
it.
damn near domestic abuse
This
right
is,
now.
yeah, right.
All right, fly, my pretty. Come on, do it.
Go right near the edge, throw straight up, and then hold over. Well, not that close to the edge. No, right there.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Now throw Fatty up on top of that crack.
What crack? Oh, down there.
I missed that when I went through this level, and then after I saw it, I'm like, oh.
Woo.
Look at that.
What does that do?
You got a coin.
Oh.
So yeah, that's we're all terrible people. It's just that simple.
And I don't think it's that we try to be terrible people. It's almost like we're selfish, I guess is the biggest
People
part
are
of it.
so, honestly, because I mean, okay, what about this? And I mean, maybe this isn't as much selfish. It's probably partly selfish, but okay, you have a homeless person asking for money. How many people would say, no, I don't have any money? One, for the reason that they just, not necessarily, but kind of don't care. But then two, have the mindset, oh, you know, they're just going to spend on drugs. Who knows where that money's going to go? And yeah, you can help this person out, but instead, we just sit there and have... Damn it, I got it.
Got a hair in your mouth?
Yep. And it's just easier for us to say, no, I don't have any, feel awkward about it, and then go about your day.
Yeah. But, I mean, a lot of times that situation for me is that I don't carry cash on me, and do you have an ATM machine? And I'll swipe.
I mean, yes, I normally don't carry cash at all either.
But yeah.
But like, how easy is it for us to just walk right by them and not give them money and just go about our day?
Very.
Exactly. It's like the exact same thing that we were just talking about in, you know, with big events that happen versus small events that are actually in our life. Like, it's happening to us right now. Like the homeless person asking for money, but then it's easy for us to just ignore that and go about our day. Yep.
I also feel like part of what plays into that is people are super judgmental, because I know where my brain goes, well, what are you going to use that money on?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Yeah, they may be one of the people who just use it on drugs or whatever the case is. They may also, like, actually use the money for food or clothing or something, you know, what you would want your money to go towards.
Yeah.
But the fact that you don't see the after part, you know, you don't see where the money's going, so you don't know, so you don't feel good about it.
Yeah. But, or even the other portion of it is, in terms of judgmental, how did they get into that situation? Should I feel bad for them?
Yeah, I guess you don't know the story. Like, yeah, maybe they got so hooked on drugs that their family broke apart and they lost their house because they were just spending all their money on, like, who knows? Some people just get a crap deal.
I'm honestly more likely to help somebody out that's super honest with me. It's like, I've had a really bad day. I can't afford beer. Can you give me money for a 6-pack? I am more likely to help them instead of the person that comes up with some bullshit story. I do get that all the time. My car's out of gas. My mother's died.
You hear that one a lot. It's like, oh, we're on our trip to our mother died or whatever, and we're out of gas and we don't have any money. It's like, I've heard that story like probably at least 3 times. Like, okay, how many people are on trips and broke and run out of gas? Everybody can't have that same thing happen to them.
They all got the same mom.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody has the same. All these 14 people have the same mom, and they all ran out of gas. It's like every one of them is broke. And then because that stuff happens to you so often, then you become kind of jaded about the whole situation, about all of them, right? It's kind of like you just lay a blanket statement, oh, they're all lying to me.
And when I first moved here, I fell for that story. I can't remember if you were with me or not.
Probably.
It was at our first place, and you remember the grocery store.
Yeah, no, I walked away from you because I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good.
And
so I left you there to talk to those people.
They said that exact same story, and I actually felt bad for them. They showed me their gas tank. It was empty, but I mean, it's super easy to just have an empty gas tank. And I gave them money to fill up their gas tank. So, yeah, I got scammed. And it did leave me super jaded.
Yeah.
Ooh. It wasn't until after when I told people that story and they were like, you got handled.
Yeah.
That I was sitting there and thinking, oh, god damn it, really?
Yeah, I know. And then you're like, well, I can't give money to anybody again. They're just going to scam me.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got... I feel like it's more the people who come up with some big elaborate story. But I mean... They could, like, that could be true, but you don't know because you hear a lot of elaborate stories before, and those are usually the people who are trying to make you feel bad for them so that they can kind of scam you.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of deviated from the original topic. It's still related, but it's kind of a different situation.
Oh.
Did you not get this bonus before?
No.
Oh. So you gotta hold down and press B. So it's kind of tough. Like in the situations where, you know, we're talking about the France bombing, or we're talking about any other kind of like terrorist type event that you hear about, or tsunami or whatever. Like that stuff is easy. Yeah, they're obviously not lying to me about this. But it's kind of the same mentality where it's easy just to do nothing and then go about your day, rather than, oh, you know, is my money actually going to be going to good, and also, well, do I want to do something because I'm kind of lazy. And it's
that damn bomb.
Yeah, I guess the non-empathy is kind of an issue.
Yeah.
When it comes to a lot of these situations where you're just like, well, it doesn't directly affect me, so I'll give them my thoughts and prayers, and that's it.
I mean, the next time somebody homeless asks me for money, I'm gonna say,
I'll give you my thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, buddy.
Thoughts and prayers. There you go. I'll change the background on my Facebook.
Let me take a picture of you.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers from this guy.
To Dirty Mike and the boys.
Anyways, our car is out of gas, so feel free to give us some views.
We're out of
and
town.
Some subscriptions.
We're from out of town. Our mother she's got cankles, and we came all the way from the other side of the world. We're from Africa. You know, our car's out of gas. It's tough. We're really down. We could use some views. So.
Yeah. Anyways, on a serious note, if you guys did enjoy this, because we're trying to find what direction we want to go for this channel, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, so that we know that you like what we're doing, and we can continue it and build this community.
We'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.